Hey everybody, welcome back to the Engineered Angler. Last week I made this swim bait, which was my improvement of a magic swimmer. And this past weekend I was determined to take this thing fishing to the Gulf of Mexico because I just really think that undulating, smooth swimming action and that slow sink is going to be deadly out there with redfish and trout. But things did not go as planned, and they went badly enough that I wasn't even going to make a video, but I figured I might as well put out a disaster video and let you guys see what happens when I'm trying to make a fishing video. Alright, we're in Steenhatchee, just getting out, and the wind is really blowing. I was surprised there was nobody at the ramp. Just me and one other guy wondering where everybody was. They're calling for 15-mile-an-hour winds, blowing straight out of the west, so that's never a good thing. So right off the bat, I lost my contours and all the details on my map. I had nothing on this thing. And when I went to get my swim bait from my tackle box, it wasn't there. I left it back in the shop. So I had to go to plan B. It is blowing out here, and I'm gonna start with one of my favorite search baits, a topwater lure. This is a topwater lure I made a while back, and I'll put the link to all the videos of all the lures I've made that I'm going to use today. With the wind blowing so hard, my drift was going way too fast, so I decided to go ahead and drop my drift anchor. This thing is just like a sock that holds the boat back. You can see how tense it is. And I've had a couple of chasers on this thing. Nothing's really hitting the top very well. Now I'm seeing a lot of grass, so I might have to switch. Floating grass is just terrible. All right, switching to the fat belly. This is a slow sinking twitch bait. This is my first actual bite. Catching a catfish on a hard bait. It's always surprising and disappointing. And then this happened. My drift sock blew apart. I was surprised. It's not that old. I put my trolling motor down and got close up to the grass line where there was very little grass floating, so I decided to go back to the top water, and then this happened. And this is the part where you push the barb all the way through and you cut it off. I'll spare you the gore. And then that was no fun. This is turning out to be a pretty shitty fishing trip. 2 hours in, already barbed, and all I've caught is one 8-inch catfish. Gotta keep trying. And then this. So much for cleaning my blood off the decks. Alright, let's get back to it. Now I'm gonna use this fat belly and gold chrome. This is actually silver plating. And of course, now we've got some threatening weather. I think I saw some lightning a minute ago. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. Alright, second cast. Feels weird. I don't know what this is. Doesn't feel like a trout. I hope it's not a catfish. If it is, I'm going home. I can't believe that. Alright, first trout. About 5 hours worth of fishing. And I caught it on the lure that I put the little hybrid hook. 14 3/4. A little short. Lifts my spirits a little bit. There was a squall line, and I thought maybe I could outrun it, so I headed south through some pretty rough seas and big waves, and then this happened. No! Dang it! My GoPro session's gone, man. Case broke. Well, I did end up catching a bunch of fish. They were all too small to keep, so I didn't bring anything home except for a swollen hand and a bunch of work to do to repair all the stuff that broke. And the moral of the story, always carry a hefty enough pair of cutters that can cut through the hooks that you use. And I want to say thank you to Captain Robbie and everyone who had a hand in making this thing. That's really cool. So I've got to find a nice permanent spot for this thing, and I'll see you guys next Friday.